Hermione! Hermione!
Yes, Ron?
Have you heard?
What?
Goyle.
Where?
Goyle, he's dead.
What?
He was killed in the woods.
Oh my god!
He was down in the dark forest. He was stabbed. Bloody heck.
Oh.
This is crazy. It's barking, I tell you. Has everybody in this school gone mental?
Come on, Ron.
Yeah, I don't want to go back in there. It's dark out. We're not supposed to go into the forest at night. Hermione, but you know what they said. Professor McGonagall even ordered everybody has to stay inside after dark. You can't go out into the woods now.
Oh, yes, I can. Get ready, Ron. We'll be fine. I have my wand. Thank goodness his corpse has been taken to the infirmary.
Of course it has. Do you think they're going to leave him out here to be eaten by the spiders?
No, but you never know sometimes.
Yeah, I would think that even Goyle, as rotten as he might have been, wouldn't be left to be eaten by the spiders.
Ew. Who would have stabbed him? How stupid is that? You got magic and you choose to stab someone.
Maybe it wasn't a wizard. Maybe it was
a random muggle would be in the forest with a knife stabbing wizards.
Could have been anybody. Think about it. There's other things in the forest besides just people, you know.
So what was it? The coffee witch? She's risen and coming to get everyone?
Well, what about the Minotaurs? They have arrows. Maybe they shot him.
But it was a stab wound, not a shoot.
They might have pulled the arrow out. You think they wanted to leave behind any evidence?
Not true, but still. Tell them.
What?
Tell them.
Mine, I think you're just being too suspicious.
I'm suspicious of everyone. Malfoy's in a coma. And
Yeah.
how odd is it that his best friend is killed?
I think we should leave this to the adults, don't you? After all,
I've
that's why we
already
have
dedicated-
professors.
I've already dedicated myself to finding out what happened to Malfoy. Now I need to figure out what happened to his best friend.
I think you should leave it to the, well, I don't know who, the Ministry of Magic.
Really? The ministry? Do you
Yes.
think they can?
I think they would if it was going to be meaning that Hogwarts was going to be closed. After all, we got a student in a coma and another one who's dead, murdered no less.
Well, I'm still going to figure this out, Ron.
But you better figure it out soon, because I don't think I want to come out into the woods if there's going to be things out here killing people. What was that?
Ron, I swear I just heard something.
I did too. I don't know what it was though.
Harry? Hagrid? The world?
What?
It's so odd. Who'd be out here?
Well, who was out here last time you were out here?
Pansy, but isn't this late at night?
Well, Hermione, I don't like this anymore. I think we need to go back. Surely you can come out here during the daytime and take a look then.
No, because people be suspicious if we're going out here.
It's suspicious.
The day.
They
People
should be
will see
suspicious
us.
now. They see you
I don't
wandering
see
off into
anyone.
the woods with a big candlelight in the middle of the night. What do you think they're going to think?
Oh, whatever. There's something off about this tree.
Yeah, you're touching it. Stop.
Oh, look it, I'm touching it. What's wrong with touching it, Ron?
Well, who knows? But why is it something off with the tree?
I feel like there's something. There's just something. Is it? Whatever's here is much more than you think. Well, all we know is that Goyle's body was found here. Don't think that does much.
Nope.
Whoever did it probably hid the weapon or destroyed it.
How would we see it in the dark even if it was here? And besides, what were they stabbed with? A knife?
Well, let's think about it, Fawn. If they were in a forest,
They could have stabbed him with anything.
a stick.
Or a stake. Or a sword.
No, Ron, I mean, there's a bunch of sticks back here. If the person killed them and wasn't prepared, perhaps they had the stick and killed them with that.
We're never going to find that. Look around you. What do you see?
A bunch of sticks?
Well, yeah, but which one? And don't you think they came out during the day already and looked? Perhaps we should check to see if anybody from the professors have seen it. They brought Goyles' body in already. You don't think they might not have already picked up everything that was around here?
Ron, I have one question for you.
You can have two, because you already have one. No, what?
Who do you think the copier is?
I don't know what the copier is.
The copier witch.
For all I know, it could be you.
Me? Why would it be me?
Boy, but what a way to disguise yourself as a copier witch than to pretend not to be the copier witch.
I'm not the copier witch. If I was, I wouldn't be asking who it is.
Somehow that logic doesn't make sense to me.
If I was, then I'd know who it was.
Well, the murderer usually tells you that they don't know who they are. Just throw us off the
Just
scent.
who do you think it is?
Well, it isn't Goyle, that's for sure, because he's dead.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And plus, it's a girl.
How do we know that?
It's a copier witch, not the copier wizard.
Oh.
Well, do you have the slightest idea?
How many witches go to this school?
From people we know, Ron.
Well, how do we know it's somebody we know? Could be somebody we never met.
Was there anyone you're suspicious of at all?
Not really. Nobody comes to mind.
Well, couldn't be Malfoy or Goyle. Goyle's dead. Malfoy's in a coma, and they're both boys.
There you go.
So that limits people. There is one person I'm suspicious of, though.
Oh?
Your ex. Lavender.
Oh, well, she was batty. We never really dated. I mean, she just chased me around a lot.
Well,
I don't think
she was crazy.
Yeah, probably too crazy to be this. I don't want to call crazy so much as she was just, I don't know, obsessive.
Still, those obsessiveness could have ran and made her crazy, and now she's killing people.
Great. Well, what do we do then? Confront her?
Mind you, at the fact that the people that are dead or in a coma are both people you don't like.
So maybe it's me. Can the copier witch transform into a boy?
She can basically transform into anything she sees, unless it's an object.
Well, then for all we know, there could be a wizard walking around Hogwarts who's really a copier witch.
Well, Mum, from what I know, it's a girl, and she's attending the school. But the only thing that I'm really confused about is who would kill someone? Why would they have an intention to do it? And if it is not the copier witch, then who would have done it?
Well, it could be anybody. I mean, think about it. For all we know, it's the Dark Lord's men. Maybe the Death Eaters themselves have infested the school, and they're out here killing people. Maybe Draco was trying to let everybody know, or maybe Draco was attacked by somebody who knew he was trying to let the Dark Wizards into the school. For all we know, then Goyle went out to do it, and they killed him.
From what I've known, and what I've heard. Well, when Malfoy was pulled into that library to play that weird game, really know what it was. But I heard his darkest secret. You know what it is, right?
That he's secretly a pansy ass?
No.
What?
His darkest secret was that he wanted to be nothing like his family.
That's the dark secret? Heck, I don't want to be anything like his family. That's not so dark.
More or less that his family is more disappointed in him for not wanting to be like them.
Yeah, well, look where his father is now.
Yes, I know. Azkaban.
Right, so maybe that's a good reason not to be like them.
When Malfoy said it, he seemed really upset. As if he was going to cry. I don't really think he would cry. He's not one of those people I've ever seen cry, but...
Well, I think Malfoy tries to hide his emotions all the time behind his bravado, but deep down inside, he's nothing more than a big coward anyhow.
I feel like there's something more than just him being a coward. I feel like for some reason he just has some sort of hatred for himself.
Well, he can join the club.
Oh, be kind. Poor kid has a lot to deal with. His father's in Azkaban. Most of his family completely bat crazy. His aunt, jeez, she terrifies me. Bellatrix, she's a scary woman.
And Bellatrix is batty, I tell you.
She's crazier than almost any psychopath I've ever seen.
And she's mental, all right.
She's crazier than half the murderers in the Muggle world.
Well, that's why she was in Azkaban, too.
But that's the thing. Most of Draco's family is in Azkaban. It's probably hard on the kid. I mean, if my parents were in jail, I'd probably be a bit upset too. I wish I could ask him these things, but he's in a coma. It's really frustrating.
Is Madame Pomfrey any closer to getting him out of the coma?
I only need one more ingredient.
And which one is that?
His blood.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't want to do it.
I didn't say you had to do it. Why don't you ask somebody who's in the infirmary, like Madame Pomfrey? If she needs his blood, she's right there. She could just take it.
I know, but...
That doesn't make any sense. Have you collected all the ingredients except for his blood?
Yes. I just
So
got
go
that.
get his blood. You don't have to feel bad. It saves his life, right? Gets him out of a coma.
I know, but the downside is that it wouldn't be ready until at least October.
Well, if we don't get started, it's never going to be ready. So you should go get that blood.
I will.
Tonight. Or tomorrow. Before the day is over. Or else you'll be waiting until December. You better get started.
Here's a concerning thing, Ron.
Besides everything else that's going on, the fact that we're still standing out here in the woods.
I'll be quiet for a moment. What if he never wakes up? What if, for all we know, he could just be dead. We think he's in a coma.
I think we'd know if he was dead.
Still, it's just odd. I'm also kind of concerned if when he wakes up, everything's just a mess.
What if he can't remember anything? Which is
Another thing
possible.
I'm concerned.
Then he wouldn't be of any help to you at all. Other than the fact that he's no longer in a coma.
But if most of his friends get killed, imagine waking up and hearing... Imagine if you were in a coma. You wake up and hear me, Neville, your sister, your whole family, and Harry are dead.
That'd be rotten, of course.
Imagine how Malfoy's going to feel if he wakes up and finds that out.
Well, I don't know, Hermione. You've got me lost. What are we supposed to do?
The at least we can do is try to make sure the rest of his friends don't die.
Well, then we'd best get about doing that then. Come on.
Okay.
All right.
I'd say we talk to one of his closest friends.
And that would be?
Blaze Looney.
Okay.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, Granger, what's up?
You're close friends with Malfoy, right?
Yeah, what of it?
a few questions
What kind of questions?
about, what happened to him before he went to coma in the forest.
And why should I tell you?
I'm trying to figure out what happened to him.
What business is it of yours?
I'm concerned.
Fine. Go ahead, ask your questions.
When was the last time you saw him before he went into the coma?
I saw him at the pub over in the village.
Okay. By any chance, do you remember the last thing he said to you?
Get out of my seat.
It does sound like him. Do you know anything about Goyle's death?
I heard about it. Don't know much more than that.
Okay. Did something seem off about Draco before he went to the coma?
He was a little bit more reserved than he usually is. Wasn't bragging so much.
Well, do you know anything about what's going on with his family right now?
What, I mean, other than his father being in Azkaban?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. When you mean more reserved, was he just not talking?
He was quiet, yeah.
Did he seem sad or upset?
I wouldn't know. He just wasn't talking.
Well, do you have any idea of who could have attacked him?
I have no idea. Listen, I don't have time for this right now. I'm trying to finish up a paper for Professor Sprout. And I've got to get it to her before 10 o'clock tonight. I'm almost done.
Can I come with you?
Really, why? I mean, I'm only going to be a few minutes. I just got to go down to the gardens.
I like the gardens.
Fine, okay. But, again, I'm only going to be a few minutes. And I really don't know anything.
Okay.
All right. Oh, is that you, Granger?
Yeah?
You're still here, huh?
Yeah?
Oh, all right. Well, I have to head back up to to the common rooms. Is there anything else you need?
One last thing.
What's
Is there
that?
any personal belonging of Draco you wouldn't mind giving me that has some sort of information?
He never gave me any of his stuff, but you know, if you can find his books, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something there, but I've never seen him leave anything around for anybody to take. He was very suspicious that way.
If you don't mind, could I search you guys' dorm room?
You'll have to talk to Professor Snape. I mean, I can't let you in on my own. You know how it is. You know, the password for the room and all.
Sure. Okay. I'll talk to him. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Granger, be careful, all right? All right.